when you're talking about how do you try to come to the right policy design, the right policy limit, right? There is a matrix that should be considered there. So first off, you have to kind of walk through what the business is going to experience in a loss event. And you can do that in a reasonable talking out loud way. There are benchmarking tools that you can utilize as well. But to give you some quick examples how things can be very different, right? If you have a call center, and you've got 500 people in that call center, and each of those 500 people has 2 monitors and a thin client and a keyboard and a mouse and all these different hardware components, and you're the recipient of a bricking attack. Hardware restoration and having bricking included is very important to you. And your limit needs to be sufficient because you've got 500 setups to do if that whole operation goes down. So even with some sort of bulk buy discount from CDW or whoever you're using, right, you're in trouble if all 500 units need to be replaced. So bricking and hardware restoration become much more important conversation for you, as does probably business interruption. If you're unable to make calls, if that's your business, or field calls, if that's your business, and you're not able to generate revenue because you can't make or take calls, business interruption becomes a large part of your concern. But then you could look at a different style of business. So you could look at a business that more in the consulting space or maybe in the software space where everybody works from home and potentially they work from their own units. You got some Windows users, some Mac users. There's no company purchase of assets or anything like that. So your ability to have a larger first-party loss, a larger bricking loss or hardware restoration loss is a lot lower on that side. But perhaps they're generating software for Fortune 100 companies or Fortune 500 companies. So on that third-party side, they've got a lot more to worry about because they have large clients who could be significantly aggrieved if there's delay in the project being completed or if they're used as an access point or a leapfrog point to get to that larger third-party client or whatever it may be. So there's some common sense conversation that needs to go on first.